All right, everybody. Well, welcome to another episode of the Eastern Iowa Community College Clinton Regional Development Corporation collaboration focused on HR professionals and how they're dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. I am Andy Sokolovich, the Vice President of Economic Development at the Clinton Regional Development Corporation, and I'm here with Chris Caves. Chris, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Chris Caves. I'm the Workforce Innovation Coordinator and Corporate Trainer for Eastern Iowa Community Colleges.
And we are lucky enough to be joined today by Erin Clark of Nestlé Purina Petcare right here in Clinton, Iowa. Erin, thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So Erin, tell me a little bit about your role at Purina. What do you do are you the HR manager? Is that what it is?
Yep, I'm the HR manager at our Clinton, Iowa facility. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary last year, and I've been at that location almost 3 years now.
Yeah, Chris, you know when you walk into a place and you can feel that the energy is positive inside the entire work environment? Like that's Nestle. When I walk in there, It's like you're greeted with high fives, handshakes, but you do it. You feel it in the air. It's a great place to work. So I was excited when Erin agreed to be interviewed. So, Erin, COVID-19, this entire pandemic, everybody's taking precautions to reduce the spread. What is happening at Nestlé Purina Petcare that you're able to share? And what have you guys have done to boost morale in the work center?
Yeah, definitely. Kind of in the same boat as many of people in the community, in that there is no playbook, or at least there wasn't one in the very beginning, and it was ever changing very quickly. So, every day was different, but I think we're in a really good place right now. The first 2 to 4 weeks, we really focused on social distancing and making sure that we had staggered start times, that we had modified our break rooms to ensure that we didn't have crowds of people in our common spaces. And then we really focused on upping our cleaning standards, making sure that all common areas had very rigorous cleaning schedules, and making sure that our employees felt safe. So adding different types of PPE to their daily uniform. So those are just like a couple things that come to mind that we've tried to put in place, and I think we're doing a pretty good job.
So what was the response like, when all the direction came down from federal and state elected officials and our governmental entities? Like, what was the vibe like at Purina, and how did you guys react? Did you put together like a task force initially and then apply these different changes throughout the plant?
Yes, we started meeting as a leadership team via Skype. We found out very quickly we couldn't meet like we normally could with 20 people deep in a room. So we've been trying to work virtually with staggered start times within our own management team, and then making sure that every day we were touching on the important points of cleaning, quality, safety, all of those important things that can't go to the wayside, and then coming up with different measures that we could execute in a timely fashion. And I think when you talked about morale boosts, we did want to support the local community as well. So some really cool things that we did is we donated a lot of pet food to the Humane Society. We've been partnering with them for several years now, and we wanted to find a way where we could get product into people's hands without risking the safety of our employees. So we worked with the Humane Society, and we've donated, I think, 3 semi-truckloads so far.
That's a lot of pet food.
Yeah. So follow the Clinton Humane Society if you're interested in that on Facebook. And we also have been catering food for all employees, contract employees and contractors, 3 days a week. So partnering with local restaurants to bring food to our employees, and the employees really appreciate it, and it's kept the doors open for some of our establishments too.
Yeah. Well, you've been in the HR career field for how long now?
12 years.
Okay, so that's a decent amount of time, and I love working with you because you're always quick to share insights, provide me with advice, and ask questions, and I really enjoy that aspect of you as a professional, as you're always looking for new information on both how to improve yourself as a professional, also your organization. But what advice would you give to those, let's say, younger HR professionals who are dealing with the pandemic. Is there anything that you see changing the profession moving forward?
I think this whole experience is going to change the way that we work permanently. Some will be permanent. I think the things that we thought we couldn't do before, especially in manufacturing, we know we can do. So people we never thought could work from home or take a day of rest to get caught up and then come back. The telepresence and getting work done. So through all of this pandemic initiatives, we have not faltered in safety and quality and the well-being of our people. So what we thought we couldn't do, I think in the future we're gonna think differently about those things and try not to get in your own way.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Chris, do you have any follow-up questions regarding the human resource component of our interview?
Yeah, I was just curious about asking Erin, it sounds like, Nestle has, like a well-oiled machine. They adapted really quickly and were able to improvise and make adjustments. And I think that's a true testament to the organization. But I wondered, Erin, have you had to make some decisions to incorporate a little bit of flexibility? And what I'm getting at is, maybe your employee schedules stayed consistent with what they were before the crisis, but what about their spouses or their childcare situations or with kids out of school? How have the employees of Nestle been able to adapt and manage and adjust all of those things?
That's a good question, and it looks a little different for every department. A lot of our salaried staff were able to pick up their whole work area and set up shop at home. And again, these were some groups we never thought could work from home, and we're collaborating virtually through some of our online tools that are available to us. Others, again, staggering start times. And then there's that population too that, childcare has impacted a lot of people. And so I think as a company, we're just trying to keep an open mind. And if someone needs help, someone needs some sort of flexibility in the work schedule, we're willing to look at all of those things to ensure that our employees are taken care of.
Smart. Thank you very much. Do you have anything else, Chris?
I just, Erin, I come from the world of workforce and higher education, kind of interesting combo. And as a community college employee, we're always trying to support local business with more talented employees, skilled employees in the pipeline. So I wondered if you had any perspective or advice for people who may have lost their jobs working in a hospitality sector, Erin, and might be at home thinking about how do I go to work, potentially change directions, change industries, and go to work in manufacturing. What are some things that job seekers could be doing from home if they were interested in exploring opportunities in manufacturing?
Yeah, I think I often kind of use these words or this messaging, regardless of the audience, that when it comes to manufacturing, we have all the material to teach you how to make the product, but it's the behaviors that we look for that will set you apart from others. So those things would be curiosity, being insightful, being a good problem solver. So anything you can do in the meantime to really kind of map out your career and what you're looking for and how you can strengthen some of those skills that will set you apart from the rest, I think are all really, really good things to keep in mind. And there's so much learning out there that's free, that should be available to people. So try and, in this day and age or in this time, it's very hard right now to stay focused. People just, we really don't know what to think of all this, but I think there's a lot of opportunity out there to try and keep an open mind and find ways to continue to learn and grow.
Yeah.
Can I ask one more question, Andy?
You can do whatever you want, Chris.
Just because she's piqued my curiosity, and Erin right now is a huge disruption for students graduating from community college, university, or even high school. And a lot of area high school students, had really thought about entering the workforce. What kind of encouragement can you give a high school student right now to help keep them optimistic for the future and possibly working toward that goal of entering manufacturing workforce?
I'm personally very optimistic about the ability to bounce back from this, especially in manufacturing, especially in consumer packaged goods. Work has not slowed down. Again, there are some groups, the service industry for one, that's severely impacted, but from a consumer packaged goods standpoint, business is very, very strong right now. So, turn off the news for a while. I know that's hard to do, but there are some parts of the economy that I think are going to bounce back pretty quickly. And you shouldn't lose sight that this is all, that everything is caving in. That's not quite the case for all industry right now. So don't lose hope. There's going to be a lot of opportunity once we get out of this. That's my personal opinion.
No, that's a great message. Thanks, Erin.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I'm a firm believer. Chris and I are both Gallup certified strength coaches. So I think now, while there's some downtime professionally for some of us, is a perfect time to start digging into who you are as an individual, right? What your unique and innate abilities are, and really focus on your career moves moving forward. Is that what you want to do? There's a lot of potential and a lot of opportunity out there now. It kind of excites me.
There's a lot of movement right now. Even if you reached out to a temp agency, some businesses might need you part-time for something, whether it's to take a thermometer check at the entrance point of a facility that has to stay open. If you're showing the initiative that you're willing to step in and help out where it's needed, even if it has nothing to do with what you're studying for, if you're in college, or if you were working in a restaurant, if it has nothing to do with what you were doing, but you took the initiative to help the community in some way, that does go a long way with when we look at people's potential.
I think that is huge feedback, Andy. I hope we could put like a big star around that.
Best. Yeah, no.
Right? I think to have an HR professional in our region say out loud how impressive it is to see people contributing and working and or volunteering or being helpful in this time of crisis. Thank you, Erin. That's a very pointed comment to make.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I have no further questions. That was a great spot to end. Do you have anything else, Chris?
No.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this short segment. My name is Andy Sokolovich from the Clinton Regional Development Corporation. I'm joined by Chris Caves of Eastern Iowa Community College and Erin Clark of Nestlé Purina Petcare right here in Clinton, Iowa. We hope that you were able to pull some insights out of this short interview. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay positive, and we'll talk